Hey Flosstube, it's Sarah from isweariamstitching. Today is June the 7th, 2024, and this is episode 100! I thought about doing a giveaway, but I just got done mailing a bunch of stuff and I don't have it in me to mail anything else. But thanks for sticking around for the past couple years, 100 episodes. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my little heart. And if you're new, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you giving me a chance. I tried recording last week and my iPad kept saying I was out of room. I don't know how. I deleted even more stuff, so hopefully this time it doesn't stop me after 10 minutes, especially because I have a lot more to show since it's been 2 weeks. Last episode, I was going to tell you that I was going 2 weeks anyways because it's basically summer, and so my husband and I go out and do more things. Kayaking won't be one of them, and I'll tell you why later. But yeah, so I will dive right into it. I will show you the last few projects I had for Stitch Mania. I have some FOs, a couple of FFOs, and just some stitching and quilting. I forgot that word was. I also did some knitting, but it was like 2 inches of a sock. It's just not worth showing. So let's get going. I will start with my FOs. Oh, happy Pride Month. So that leads me to my 2 FFOs. This was a start and a finish last week. It is from Sprouting Lupine. It's violets from the Pride bundle that I can't remember where I got from. Fuck. It was a Zine or a bundle. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. But I do know it's Sprouting Lupine. And it's violets. And I did the trans flag colors, pink, white, and blue, because the trans community is the closest to my heart. And I had my kid help me pick out what color to paint the frame, and she chose this baby blue. So that's just a simple finish. That's nothing to say. It's all fancy flosses. That's Blushing Beauty. That's Vintage Hollow, Blushing Beauty from like Classic Colorworks. I can't remember the blue, that's Classic Colorworks. And then that is, how did I just say it was? Vintage Halloween from Forbidden Fiber Co. And the greens are, I believe, Steamed Broccoli and Mossy from Classic Colorworks. And the fabric is a 32 count. Sorry, kitty just ran by me. 32 count, oh, come here. Linen from, I believe, a Stitch Me. Sorry, it was a scrap I grabbed. There it is. So pretty. Do you want to say hi? Come here. This is the other kitty that we basically share custody with. Yeah, hi, Lila. We named her Lila. I don't know what her real name is. She belongs to a neighbor. But she comes in our house and she sleeps and she eats our food. Oh, I say hi, Lila. Hi, Lila. She's like, put me down, lady. Oh, yes, I hear you purring. I hear you purring. Sorry. Oh, saw something out the window. All right, and then my other FFO, kitty hair, is from, I can't remember when I finished this last year. It's from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's the Move Forward in Love, and I turned it into a wall hanging. And I can't remember the fabric. It's 32 count, some sort of even weave or Lugana. I want to say from Classic Colorworks. And I just did this rainbowy white. I was going to do a rainbowy black, and my kids said, no, too much rainbow. Put black. So I did black, and then I just didn't want to bother with binding. So I just sewed it, put the border on, sewed the backing on, it's Moda Grunge, and then flipped it inside out and sewed it closed, and just used rainbow thread all around the edge. So it kind of looks like it has a binding now. And that'll go right there on my excuse me, door when I'm done yapping at you. There it is. I love how it turned out. I can't see anything. I think it's so pretty. I love it so much. I can't wait to hang it up. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, so this is, like I said, Modern Folk Embroidery. It's just the DMC. This is an Allison Glass fabric, and this is Moda Grunge. Yay. Okay, so I can put it over here because now that I've showed you, I can hang them up. Oh my God, you guys. I have to turn the fan off, or it makes that low whooshing noise that's annoying. So I'm like burning up. I mean, I feel like my shirt is appropriate today because it is, because I'm hot. I don't like it. All right, now we will go on to the last of the Stitch Mania projects I did, which are in this pocket. Yeah, those are the old ones, I think. No, these are not the Stitch Manias. Oh my God, you guys, I don't know anymore what is what. These are the Stitch Manias. Hot, my brain is fried. Everything's in plastic. Okay, so what do I work on? What is this? What is this? Oh, it's I already showed you Samhain, right? See, I tried recording this last week, so I can't remember if I actually showed these the week before, or if I didn't. That's a bad stitch. Yeah, okay. So it's Samhain Dreams from Barbara Anna Designs from the Punch Needle Primitive Needle Magazine 2022 Fall. And I'm doing it on the 32 count Dawn from Picture This Plus, and I literally just got 200 stitches in her. So there's her face, part of her face, and the start of her hair. Not a lot to show. I am using the called for DMCs, except where it calls for the variegated DMC. I opted to use the Classic Colorworks Golden Star and this really pretty red variegated from Kaylee of the Sewing Shop Ink. That's what her hair is. So pretty. I love the way Kaylee dyes thread and fabric, and the way she makes bags. And just go buy stuff from Kaylee because it's great. And then I worked on, some of these have a lot of progress on them because I didn't have anything to do, and some days I was busy and couldn't work on a lot. Okay, here we go. This is Seasons of the Heart Summer from the Blue Flower from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher 2021 Summer Magazine. Again, I just got 200 because for Stitch Mania, I had to work on for the first day at least 200 stitches for fandom stitching. So everything has at least 200 stitches. And I'm using the called for DMC, except that kitty I just showed you. See that kitty right there in the pattern? I'm making that kitty a tuxedo cap like I just showed you, and I'm going to use coal because it's like a blacky brown. And I'm stitching it 2/2 on 32 count Lugana and Succulent from Color and Cotton, and not much to show. Another busy day. It's hot, but it's overcast, so sorry my lighting is hot garbage. But yeah, I knew the fastest way to get 200 on this was to do border. So that's what I did. I did border, but it started. And then I did, what is that? There's nothing. Okay, this is another, my last new start for Stitch Mania. Yeah, Stitch Mania is Sailor's Delight from Teresa Kogut from the 2023 Summer Punch Needle Primitive Needle Magazine. I'm not doing the weird guy, and I'm not doing the red border. Just doing the ship and the whale. And I thought I would just do the whale because I love whales, but I was like, you know what? I like that. I'm gonna do the ship and the whale. And I'm so glad I did. I actually started with the ship, and I freaking love it so much. So I'm using the called for DMCs and one of the called for fancy flosses, and then I just went in my stash and picked 2 more fancy flosses that I liked. So a fancy floss that calls for is Brick for red, and then I picked Old Blue Jeans for the blue, and for the whale, I picked Night Stalker's Calling and Truffle Shuffle. I can't wait to get to the whale. Like I said, I worked mainly on the ship, and I was enjoying the hell out of this one. I got so much done on this one. It was a free day, and I was loving it. And the fabric is something. I think it's Haunted. I don't know where my little information tag is. I know it's Bestitch Me. It's an 18 count. I'm doing 1/1. Oh, look at that ship. I love it so, so much. But almost got started on the whale, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to put the little spout in, and then I'm going to go back up and do some border. And then I was done for the day. 2 days. Look at that ship. I love it on this fabric. It's going to be so cute. What did I do different? I was going to do a variegated white, but I didn't like the way it blended in, so I just went with like a solid bright white. It pops out really well. And really, I'm not even sure why I bothered using brick, because all of the, since I'm not doing the guy, the red is this line, and then like in the stars, the flags. I think, is there any on the bottom half? Yeah, like just a little bit of red there and there. I'm not sure why I bothered using it, but I had it, so why not? You have to excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat. Oh. Ugh. Ah, here it is. That fabric is After the Harvest, 18 count Ada. I'm gonna put it back in this bag when I'm done, because that's a pain in the ass. And then for the last day of Stitch Mania, I usually, in the past year or two, have done the I work on 15 new starts and work on them 2 days each. And the last day I work on for 3 days. But since it was Mental Health May, I pulled out an earlier Stitch Mania start and worked on that some more for the last day. And that is You Are Enough from Popcorn Patterns. Stitching it on Ada from Kaylee. It is an 18 count, and I'm using just the called for DMC. I got quite a bit done. You won't know because I won't have a before picture, but I got a lot of the flowers filled in. So ignore that black thread. So pretty. I can't wait to get that big blue flower filled in. This is the whole fabric. I wanted to do it oriented this way, but my kid, I always refer to my kid for the decisions because she's the artsy one. I'm not at all artsy, and she said, do it this way. And I went, okay. Isn't that pretty? Again, this is why I say go buy Kaylee stuff, because look at this fabric. It's a piece of art. But yeah. Can't wait to, this one I don't think is that close to a finish. I went ahead and pulled out, I have a basket with projects that are close to finish for me to work on in July for Fandom Stitching. I think technically, no. If I just had the whale to work on, I'd say maybe this is close to finish, but I have the whale, the doodads. I have to come up here and put a chunk of color here. You know, maybe. I might put this in the box, that box too. This one, I have, let's see, let me look at what I got. So the rest of the outline of the body, that big blue flower, another blue flower, some, you know, maybe if I work on this at all anymore during the month for like Fandom Stitching prompts, I may move this to the finishing basket as well and hope to get it finished in June. We'll see. That is all my Stitch Mania. Stitch Mania was done. It was great. I had grand time. I got so many things started, a couple things finished. I love doing Stitch Mania the way I do it, because I usually pick smaller projects to start, and it really helps get me through my stash of patterns. I don't know why I'm so eager to get through them, because then I just have a stash of finished projects I need to FFO that stays stashed for years. But whatever, I'm happy to work on them. And then let's see, okay, so what did I work on the rest of the week, this like week for prompts for Fandom Stitching? I worked on, oh, this one was something with a tail. I worked on Autumn Squirrel from Barbara Anna Designs, something with a tail, and this is on 25 count Lugana in Sandstone by Kaylee. Just DMC and Night Stalker's Calling. DMC for everything except the dress. That is Night Stalker's Calling. Hello, hello, from the worm from the labyrinth. Love that dress. I love that blue. I think that squirrel is going to be super cute on this fabric. So I got a chunk of her tail done. She's definitely not going in the almost finished pile. She still has a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on. I think I might be getting sick. Do I sound like I'm getting sick? All right, and then for something with a cat, I worked on another Barbara Anna design. And these were also Stitch Mania starts. So they are not new to you. Sorry, my friend messaged me. Flosstube. I don't have the finished Barbara Anna design on my phone. Sorry guys. It's a cat. It's like a Halloween cat. It's called Trick or Treat. And I'm doing it on 32 count linen and Neptune from Bestitch Me. That is the back. 2/2, just the called for DMC. It's a huge piece of fabric. I need to trim it down. Huge piece of fabric. So it's a cat. So I started working on the face a little more. That's what I got for the prompt was basically just the top nosy part of the face right there. Look at her little boots. I love her little boots. I don't think I have any fancy floss for this one. I think I went straight up just the DMC. Yeah, it looks like it's just the DMC in there. And then for another prompt, a couple prompts actually, I use this for a number of things, is a Funky Flowers Jessica from By the Bay Needle Art. I'm not doing all the little doodads around. But this one's also going to go into my almost finished box because it's almost finished. I just have one small part of leaf on one side and this whole other leaf to do. And this is, what is this? It's just DMC, right? Yeah, I literally just worked on it. Yeah, it's just DMC. And it's on another Kaylee fabric. I believe it doesn't have a name. And I think it's 16 count because I'm doing 2/2. Yeah. So, see, you just have a leaf to finish. Like I said, I'm not doing the doodads. And for some reason, when I was working on all the purple for the prompts, I was like, why the hell did I leave this one spot empty? So I have to finish that and another leaf, and then she's done. I think it's so pretty, and I love it on this fabric. It's getting washed out. It's more greeny. Yeah. And luckily, it's big enough to where I can do more. I was thinking of maybe doing another funky flower up here, but that would require buying a pattern, and I'm on a no-buy thing right now because Stitch Mania really, when I do the 15 new starts, it really helps you realize just how many patterns you have and that you don't need to buy anything else. Let's see, what else did I work on? I'm gonna save that for later because it makes me mad. Okay, started my cryptid for this month. Haven't started the supernatural yet, but cryptid from Witchy Stitcher. This month I'm gonna do the Infilled Horror. Trying to think if I was torn between any other ones. No, yeah, I just picked Infilled Horror because I had the spot form open to do. And this is called for, oh, there's a pattern on it. I'm sorry, let me get that off there. Called for DMCs. This is not my anchor project, right? This is DMC. Yeah. So the called for DMCs. I got a nice little start on it because I'm back to doing my rotation of Mondays is fandom stitching where I work on things for the prompts for the week or the month. Tuesday is, how do I not have this down? Tuesday is some Haid. Wednesday is Witchy Stitcher Sal's. Thursday is my seasonal person, which right now is Lakapati. And then Friday is my EPP, English paper piecing. So here we are. And this is on 32 count Lugana, hey kitty, in pink chocolate, which you will never see the real color of. But yeah, so I got a nice a nice start on it. Isn't that much to say? But yeah, so because I had this guy here, and I thought about doing the one that was here. I can't remember which one it is now. But I thought, no, I'll go over here. One of the prompts is like 1,000 stitches in black. So I thought, well, if I do this, then maybe I can work on the border for that prompt. Get my 1,000 stitches of black pretty easily. Not quickly, but easily. Welcome back, kitty. We call her Ittle Bittle Kittle. I know. Because she has little bittle ears and little bittle paws, and we're just we're that kind of people. Me and my kid. And then, like I said, for spring, I'm working on Lakapati from Bella Filipina, using all the called for DMCs and I think Karen water lilies, beads, all that stuff. But obviously the beads won't be till last. Look how gorgeous she is. I think this week, next week are the last weeks for her when the summer lady will come out, which will be a mermaid. Just too bad because it's Pride Month and Lakapati is perfect for pride stitching because she's a deity, so I'm not saying how she identifies, but in like myth, legend, folklore, or whatever, she's referred to as she. Her pronouns are used are she, but she is considered male and female, hermaphroditic or transgender or is it asexual? No, not asexual. Fuck, not non-binary, that kind. But she, I can't think of the words. Presents female. Anyway, she's the perfect deity to stitch on during Pride Month. So I feel kind of bad that she got screwed because of March Madness and then screwed because of Stitch Mania. And now during the month for her to shine, she's being screwed because it turns into summer. But anyways, there she is. She's gorgeous. I love her. I don't like the really light yellow, but I'm getting through it. And I'm stitching her on 32 count Belfast linen by Pictos Plus in moss. I got a lot of yellow done. I don't have it before, sorry, but there was a lot of this yellow was missing. And I got a lot of that yellow in. I don't have any goals since I basically only have one more week of her to work on, this week and next week. I don't particularly have goals of things I want to have finished on her. I'm looking at her picture, I think. Yes. I'd just like to get as much yellow done in this Q-snap opening as I can. Work through that yellow. Because I think the yellow, the golds are gorgeous. It's the really light yellows I hate working with. It's almost like working with white. I don't like working with it. So I'm working through that. That's my beautiful, beautiful Lakapati. And then I whipped out my hate again because it's back into rotation. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, Lakapati fell down. There was no kitty. Okay, I thought it was pretty she landed on the cat. I don't know what to say about the hate. I knew going in it was going to take me multiple years to do her. She's Nefertiti. Okay, so she's got a lot of colors. She's big. She's beautiful. I started in the top. So basically I have that I'm working on. But I'm kind of wondering if I should stop. Because it's so frustrating. It's so confetti. It's like, why am I using the call for DMCs on 25 count? Oh shit, what was that? Something fell. Sound like beads, but there's no beads in my head. It's on 25 count, easy count Lugana, 2/110 stitch. It's gorgeous, and I do love the way it looks. But I'm like, why? Why are these little tiny, like, you telling me right there just couldn't have been orange? Right there just couldn't have been yellow? Like, I understand, like, here, that calls for, like, some chunks of color. But, like, these random oddball, like, right there, that's going to be black to make it more of a black line. Just, like, up here, that couldn't be dark brown, like the rest of it's dark browns. Why? Why? Why does it have to be 4 different dark browns? Is it going to make that much of a difference? It's very soul-crushing. All that confetti is so soul-crushing. Plus, I don't have any sort of pattern keeper, so I'm doing it in the paper. And then so I'll pick a color and I'll do as much as I can, and then I'll start in the second color. And when I'm doing that second color, I'll find these random little dots that are supposed to be like a color I just did. And I'm like, you gotta be friggin' kidding me. And it's getting hard to stab through all of that in the center. I mean, you can't tell how bulgy the little, that is. I mean, from a distance, it's gorgeous. Up close is gorgeous. I mean, the black, obviously, you can see more through it up close. I don't care. It's DMC, so I'll wash it when I'm done. And hopefully it'll floof up if I'm ever done with it. It's just a little soul crushing. I mean, I got a nice chunk done. There was that dark brown that I had to fill in that my friend sent me the thread for. But she's so big. And she has so much confetti. Like, see that tiny little part? I really hate the little confetti parts. Like, I'm ready to move on to the next page, but I gotta find all these little confetti parts, and I gotta dig into my stash, and then of course I'm missing like there's supposed to be like a jade in that jadey part. I can't find it anywhere in my stash. I'm like, so seriously, I can't find this color? I gotta go buy another skein. Oh, that's an ugly stitch right there. Oof. I don't know what I did there. I don't know. So yeah. So that's the reason why I designated her to be just one day in my rotation, so I could do I work on her every week, hopefully, and get a few, like 100, maybe 200 stitches in, and just chip away at her. But after so much chipping, I'm like, really? Like, I'm half tempted just to go all through here and just pick one brown, one dark, because there's like 4 dark browns. Like, why? Why are there 4 dark browns? Can you tell from this distance that that's 4 freaking different browns? No. Can I tell up close it's 4 freaking different browns? No. I'm half tempted just to pick one of the dark browns and fill those spots in. Call it done. Ugh, okay, she's beautiful. I'm gonna love her once I move on to a new page and try either markup. Again, I'm an Apple user, so I can't have Pictures Plus. I can't have Pattern Keeper. So once I'm finished with this page and I try markup, I hope that helps. Hopefully that helps me not have this issue where I know a lot of these dots are probably colors I've already done that I missed with my stupid old lady eyes. Okay, hate rant over. She's beautiful, and when I get a chance to do more than just a few random colors, I will enjoy her more. When I have more colors to put in at a time, I enjoy her more. So it's just working through it. And oh shit, I believe that's all my stitching, guys. Lockapati, Jessica, Sourwind Dreams, Cryptid, Scenes of the Heart, Sailor's Delight, You Are Enough, Autumn Squirrel, Trick or Treat. Okay, now I've got sewing to show you. Excuse me. I finished a quilt, but I already gave it away. So I'll show you a picture of it when my friend gets it. And then I finished a couple things for Kaylee. One is sewing and one is cross stitch for a swap we have, but I can't show you because she watches. So I will show you those pictures of those once she gets it. But I did finish my mother-in-law's quilt top. It is from the Quilty 2014 September issue. Called Cutting Corners by Suzanne Strong. I did mine in Christmas colors using Stofa fabrics, their 2023 Christmas collection. I don't know which way is up or down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is up. Okay. Ta-da! Look how pretty she is. Stepping on it. how shiny. Wasn't sure. It bothered me when I first got the fabrics that I got gold and silver. I meant to get all silver, but I really like how it came out. And I think my little diamonds lined up pretty damn well. So yep. So there's my mother-in-law's Christmas quilt. And I will save up money to ship it off to Missouri Star and have them quilt it before Christmas hits. Exciting. And then that's it. Oh, I started working on my EPP again. That's quilt I started back in like 2018, 2019, and then did get worked on for years. And then once I started this rotation this year, I was like, I'm adding it to the rotation because I want it done because it's beautiful. From Hexagogo by Tacha Bruecher. Sorry. And it's called the, where is it? There are quite a few things in here I want to make. It's called the Over the Rainbow quilt. Let's see if I can show you what it looks like done. There we go. Mine, I don't like white, so mine is going to be gray, except for right around the hexagon blocks, that little strip of white. I'm going to do a little strip of white, and then everything else is going to be gray. Because I don't like white. I hate white, you guys. So I'm down to just working on 14 more blocks. I have the blue and green blocks and the blue and purple blocks, but I finished, oh no, that was, okay. Finished 2 of my blue and greens. I wait until I have 5 or 6 done before I take them out and iron them flat. And they'll be trimmed and the white border added. But there we go. This is fabric I had when my stash was much smaller, so I had to use like Halloween stuff. Had to really, like, this is a blue one, but I really had to, I'm like, well, there's blue. It's just not solid blue. It's not a lot of blue. Had to use fabrics I don't like I don't like this kitty fabric, but it's in the corner, so a lot of it will be cut off. And then, of course, I have Christmas and Halloween. And then stuff from, like, baby quilts. Like that one, that's green's pushing it. It's a lot of white. But yeah. So I got 2 done, and I started on the 3rd one. See, I hate that fabric. It says purr on it, but it's on the edge, so part will be cut off. Is my strategic planning. So then I have 7 of the purple and blue ones to do, and then so 2, 5 more of these ones, and then I can start assembling it. That's the exciting part. I mean, I love putting it. The reasons I love hexies. I love making the hexies is my favorite part, and I am the basting kind of person. I don't like glue. And then sewing them in the like the strips, I enjoy that. And then this part, I like it, but it hurts my hand more because there's bending and folding. You have to, like, what's the next one I'm joining together? Like, I'm currently working on, okay, so finish that one, so then I have to fold it like this, fold down, line up, that's not helping you at all, and then pinch it. So the pinching part hurts my thumb after a while, and then sew. Which is why I try to only work on it one day a week. Sometimes I get in the mood. Like last night I was watching Eric on Netflix, and I was like, you know what, I just feel like EPPing while I'm doing this. So I started this early last night, and that's why I finished 2 blocks. But see me doing this, it's because it's sore. I think that's all I have to show you guys. Holy moly. I went through that I had a lot of stuff, but I went through it pretty darn quick. No haul. Like I said, I'm trying not to buy things. No haul. Life update, nothing new. Like I said, I'm going to every 2 weeks because it's getting hotter, so my husband and I are out more riding bikes or kayaking. We won't be kayaking because I won't be kayaking because 2 weekends ago. He went kayaking with his family. And they went one day, and they decided, well, it wasn't long enough to leave the kayaks here. It's near some land next to his aunt's house. And some of his cousins and second cousins were down. And they said, hey, you guys can use the kayaks while we're gone. Just pull them up away from the water when you're done. And they're like, okay. My husband's like, well, I'm going to take my kayak home. Because his kayak is an expensive fishing kayak, and my kayak is just some cheap piece of bright green junk you got at Walmart, I think. And my father-in-law's kayaks. Well, unbeknownst to anybody, it's fucking pouring rain. They got like 3 inches of rain. The creek came up and it washed the kayaks away. Yeah, it came up really, really high, washed the kayaks away. They're all registered, so they were like, well, if someone honest finds them, they can contact somebody, a sheriff, or somebody, and be like, we found these kayaks. My husband's like, if I found 3 kayaks floating, I'd be worried there were bodies coming, so yeah, I'd contact the sheriff. Well, that did happen. One of my father-in-law's 2 kayaks was found and reported, and he was able to pick it up near Marietta, which is about an hour south of us. No news on my kayak or his other kayak. So I won't be kayaking for a while until my husband buys a new one. It's nobody's fault. They literally didn't, absolutely nobody knew it was supposed to rain like that. It came up fast and sudden. So I'm just grateful that he was being stingy with his expensive kayak and didn't leave it down there for his second cousins or whatever to use. But yeah, so I don't have a kayak. And that sucks. It's hot and I would really like to kayak. I like riding my bike, but with kayaking, you can dip your arms in, splash yourself with water, dip my legs in, walk around in the creek. Oh well. And then my husband decided to drive down from our house to Marietta along, it's called the Little Muskingum, along that, and told me to keep my eyes out for a bright green kayak. I didn't find it. And then so we just ended up going to a cute coffee shop, and well, that was for me, obviously not him. He is not a coffee drinker, but he gets pastries. And then we did the bike trail in Marietta, and oh my God, I loved that bike trail so much. I told my husband, I said, one cute coffee shop and a cute bike trail, and I'm ready to move here. But it's too far from his coal mine, so it's not gonna happen. But it is right off the highway, the coffee shop. So when we drive to the Outer Banks for our vacation in July, I said I might have to pee right around here, get off and get me a coffee. They had a really good London fog. And yeah, that's it. That's all for life. The kitties come to visit and stay a few nights. Outside more, walking the dog more, sewing more. I don't know if you've noticed, I have done a lot of sewing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I think I'm going to pick away at the papers in my FPP PO projects and try to finish that quilt top. So we'll see. I also have to do that t-shirt quilt, which I cut all the t-shirts, but then I've thought of ironing all the interfacing and squaring them up and figuring a layout. I'm like, it's a lot of work. Quilting is the hobby, I don't want to say that I enjoy the least, but hurts me the most. It cutting, bending to cut hurts my back if I have a lot to cut. I don't know if it hurts to sew because my sewing machine's on a taller table than my chair, so I'm like this. I don't know if I had a taller chair or a lower table, if it would be better on my back. I don't really know, but this is what I have to work with right now. So after sewing for a bit, I'm tuckered out. I am like, my body is like dead. It's like I've worked out. It's crazy. Yeah, okay, again, I'm gonna say that's it. Oh, my bonus child is going back to college on Saturday. She came over yesterday and I made her some of her favorite foods. I made her teriyaki chicken and I made her baked macaroni and cheese, which she said was banging. I like my macaroni and cheese gooey and like loose. This was like baked macaroni. It had a lot of cheese. I'll give it that. It had a lot of cheeses in it. And then she likes breadcrumb topping. I used panko and butter and a little Parmesan. I don't like crunchy stuff on my macaroni and cheese. Like I said, I like a smooth macaroni. I grew up with Kraft Box Mac. I want a creamy macaroni. But she said it was banging, and I made enough to send some back to college with her. I made her no bakes, which again is something I don't like. My daughter was like, for someone who doesn't like no bakes, you make the best no bakes. I'm like, I literally only like it right when it's come off the stove, and it's basically chocolate oatmeal. So as I'm scooping out the batter, when it's done, I'll lick the spoon, and I'm like, oh, that's good. It's warm, it's delicious. Then once it sets up, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with no bakes. No, thank you. Like, I'll eat one if I'm desperate for some chocolate, but I'm like, oh. So yeah, and then I took her out shopping yesterday to buy her some food, non-perishables to take up there, because, you know, she's going back not to college, she's going to live on campus, and she's working at a ice cream shop. But I was like, well, I want you to have, I know you're working and you're buying your own food, you don't have a food plan because you're not in school, so let me buy you some food. So I stocked her up with some non-perishables, and yeah, then my kids are going to drive her up to Cleveland tomorrow, and I won't see her again until her birthday in July, because she wants us to drive up for that. And I was like, fuck yeah, I will. See you. Excuse me. Now I think that's it. Yep, nothing going on the next couple weeks, I don't believe. So, like I said, I'm doing every 2 weeks now, so I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And if you're in this part of the world, I hope you're enjoying your summer. If you're in the other part of the world, I hope you're enjoying your winter. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Happy Pride Month. Bye.